what's going on today, guys? So today I'm making another special video for you guys. Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite Bond films, and Spectre is coming out November 6th, and I am totally pumped out of my mind for that. I can't wait to see it. It's the new Bond film, and I absolutely love James Bond. I just posted a video last week, if you guys haven't seen it, on my James Bond Blu-ray collection and my memorabilia from it. Now I am going to go more in-depth by talking to you guys about my favorites. But guys, if you haven't seen the video, this is my official James Bond 007 Blu-ray collection, and I just got this last week. I am just so happy to have this now with my Blu-ray collection, which I may be making a new update video soon, just to tell you guys a little tease tidbit. And on the back, it just shows you the box set. Instead of, just showing you guys the discs, I instead own and have all of the James Bond books. I do. I don't know. I'm a James Bond fanboy, and I've read all of them, and I've liked probably almost all of them. So I'm just gonna hold up the books.
Number 5.
Okay, guys, for my number 5 pick in my top 5 James Bond films, we're gonna be going down from 5 to 1, of course. But at number 5, we have Live and Let Die. And I have the Live and Let Die poster right there. I just printed it out and just put it up there along with a couple others. But yeah, Live and Let Die is my 5th favorite James Bond movie. And I know what you guys are thinking. Wait, what? Why? I don't know, guys. This one, I've always really enjoyed it just so much. To me, I felt like the plot was really, really awesome. And then, of course, it enhanced African-American vision on people. And I really thought it was kind of cool how the crocodile scene I really always liked. And I always liked the death of the villain. It's just the silliest death of the villain, I think, in the entire franchise. But guys, this is Roger Moore's first, and I believe is his definitely best outing as 007. Because, with all honesty, guys, I'm not really a big fan of Roger Moore. His movies, yeah, they're just okay. They became a little too campy, a little lighthearted for my taste. But I really think Live and Let Die was a very strong movie that had, oh my god, just one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. Solitaire, played by Jane Seymour. Just one of the best Bond girls ever. She was a psychic. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I absolutely love the Bond girl, and I loved Roger Moore's James Bond in this movie.
Number 4.
Okay, guys, for my 4th favorite James Bond flick, we have Thunderball. Now, I know what you guys are also going to be thinking. What? Really? Isn't this the one where the ratings started to go down? Well, honestly, I really don't understand it, because I think this is quite possibly the most underrated James Bond movie out of all of them. This movie had, like, literally everything that you could possibly want from a 60s action movie, plus more. I mean, 25% of this movie is shot underwater. How do you... That's incredible. That's more than so many other movies that are even out today. The underwater fight sequence at the end of the film is one of the most breathtaking fight sequences I've ever seen. Of course, there's more women, and that just makes it fantastic for guys like us. There's more gadgets. I mean, the jetpack at the beginning of the movie. There are only 2 people in the world that were qualified to use that in the world. That's so incredible. Sean Connery's 007 has always been my favorite 007. And he really proves it in this movie. I think it was his definitely last great Bond film. And I really think that Thunderball, in some ways, may be my favorite.
Number 3.
Yeah, I probably should have said that last bit about Thunderball being my favorite Sean Connery Bond. Because at number 3, we have From Russia with Love. This is definitely my favorite of the Sean Connery Bond films. And to me, this one will always be special, because this is the first James Bond movie I ever saw. So I really think it will always have a special place in my heart. I saw this movie when I was 8 years old. I was actually pretty young for James Bond at that time, but I absolutely loved it the first time I saw it. And as I got older and as I keep watching it today, I just understand more and more, because I'm more involved and I know more about the Cold War. So just things get so much grittier when you watch it when you're older. And I love the Bond girl with Tatiana Romanova. She is just fantastic, one of the best Bond girls that we've had. And I really love the action. Everything is filmed so beautifully. Terrence Young is an incredible director who also made Dr. No and Thunderball. And I really think that he is a very underrated and very unknown director, but I really have always loved the action sequences and the train fight. That is one of my favorite action fights of all time, and I just absolutely love it. Robert Shaw, who later was in Jaws, is also in this movie, and I just really have always loved From Russia with Love. It's the first one I ever saw, so I think it'll always be special to me.
Number 2.
Okay guys, I don't have a book for this one, and if you look over my head you can see it, but my number 2, second favorite Bond film is Goldeneye. And if you guys can't see it, I have the Goldeneye poster right there. Goldeneye, I absolutely love this movie. This is not only one of the best James Bond films, this is one of the best action movies that I've ever seen, ever. It's one of the best 90s action films, and even though I haven't seen Heat, I believe this is, personally, my favorite action movie of 1995. And I just absolutely love Goldeneye. Just everything about it is incredible. The opening sequence, I played the Nintendo 64 game of it, so when I saw the bunker, I'm like, oh, that's the bunker. And I played it on my Wii. Yes, I had a Wii, and I played Goldeneye on the Wii. Don't challenge me. I was probably like 10 years old when I played it, so I was like in 2009 or something like that. But guys, I absolutely love Goldeneye. The Bond girl is incredible, and we have Famke Janssen. Jesus Christ. But yeah, and then of course the villain, Sean Bean, playing 006, or Alec Trevelyan. He's probably my favorite Bond villain. And the reason why I said it is because he has the deepest personal connection to Bond that I really think that we've really ever had. Even though you may say, hey, Ernst Stavro Blofeld killed Bond's wife in Our Majesty's Secret Service. And while I could say, yes, that is tragic, I really think that 006 and 007 have had an incredibly amazing past relationship because they seem like they were best friends. And then 006 betrays 007, and it just creates so much of a personal conflict. That's why I believe the death scene of 006 was the most impactful death scene out of all the James Bond films. And I just love how he catches him by the foot and then just drops him. I just absolutely love that. But guys, Goldeneye, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite action movies, and it's my second favorite Bond film.
Number 1.
Okay guys, we are now down to my number 1 favorite James Bond movie. And this may surprise a lot of you because I don't have Goldfinger on this list. But with all honesty, I really think Goldfinger is an overrated Bond film. And I just think it has a lot of problems. But I still think it's a very good Bond film. I just don't think it's the best. And I also don't have Casino Royale on this list, as many people are wondering, because that movie completely revolutionized Bond and made him really high-tech for this day and age. But with all honesty, guys, my number 1 favorite Bond film is one of the ones that you're going to see above me, and that is Skyfall. This is my favorite Bond film for a couple of reasons. One is because I believe it's just the best Bond movie that we've had. 2 is because this is the first James Bond movie I ever saw in theaters. I was 13 years old, and I remember, I'll never forget the day. That was the day that actually Halloween was rescheduled for my town because of the snow. There was actually snow on Halloween, so they actually canceled Halloween. It's pretty hilarious. But I know my dad and I, we went to go see this movie, and we were there 45 minutes in advance. The janitor actually came out 5 minutes afterward, so we walked in there, and we were the first 2 in there for maybe 15 minutes. We picked up the exact right spots, and we were just in for 2 hours and 20 minutes of the best Bond ride I think we've ever been on. And in fact, my dad even says his favorite Skyfall as well. We just had the greatest time. I saw Skyfall twice in the theater, and it's one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. And I'll never forget the end of the film when James Bond just comes up, does the shoot gun thing, and then it says celebrating 50 years. So the first Bond movie I ever saw was the 50th anniversary celebration of it. That is so cool, and I absolutely love everything about this movie. The opening is fantastic. It just creates mystery and tension. And then Bond just suddenly dies, and then when he comes back, he's just not the same anymore. That first fight scene in that LED building could quite possibly be my favorite 007 battle, because in this instance, this is the first time where he is back. And in the process, he's not exactly back in the way you'd expect, because he is now very vulnerable, as you see throughout this entire fight. And just, I love the entire movie. The villain is incredible, and I loved his personal connection with M, played by Judi Dench, in her final role. May M rest in peace, because I still think Judi Dench is the best M. And I just love that personal connection because it just makes those movies so much deeper. The things that I love about action films and their villains are the ones where the villains have this personal connection with the hero or someone involved with the hero. And I just absolutely love it. Skyfall, guys, to me, is just the best Bond film that I've ever seen. And I am just so excited for Spectre, and Skyfall proved to me that Daniel Craig is an incredibly awesome Bond, because I didn't really like him in the first two movies, but this one really solidified him as a great Bond, and will always be remembered to me for being the first Bond that I went to go see. So guys, Skyfall is my favorite, and I just spent like maybe 3 minutes talking to you guys why I think it's my favorite, but with all honesty, guys, that is my top 5 favorite James Bond movies. What are your favorite James Bond movies? What are your top 5 favorite James Bond movies? If you guys have a list, then just put it down in the comment section below and give this video a like. And guys, I really appreciated talking to you about this. I've kind of been waiting to talk about James Bond movies for a while now. And because I got the Blu-ray collection, and because it's already gotten like 135 views, which you guys are just amazing at, just keep piling on those views. I really appreciate it. As always, guys, just click that like button and then just send me some comments about what your top 5 favorite James Bond films are. And if you guys would like me to do a list of 23 to 1, because there are 23 Bond films, then you guys can also send me a comment on that, just saying, hey, can you do this? And I will definitely deliver for you guys. But guys, I will be reviewing a select few of James Bond films for Spectre. So guys, thanks